What up, Joe?
It started with the penis part.
Y'all ain't ready for this one. They ain't ready. DME and Brands.
Oops, I'm
For what? I want to see the same energy.
Yo, what up, though? It's your boy DME. All right, boys, let's get into this. First of all, that's for Sean. Sean, PSA Podcast, Dre, 3LETTERMAN. I rock with you, bro. I do. However, there's always been this underlying tone with you when it comes to, you know, and came out in full force today. You didn't know? 3LETTERMAN, shout out PSA Podcast. Go subscribe to him. Got a new channel. Let's get them numbers up. He had a conversation today with Sean. I listen to all their hip-hop appreciations. I was in the field, too. I was there. I was in the building as well. I was 18 when homeboy died. 18. And like Nas, yes, I cried. I did. First time I cried for a stranger that died, that was me. It's my lyrics. He basically is going on the rant about, he's you know what it is he's upset about people getting at him because he doesn't have Pac, you know, on his Mount Rushmore or whatever. All right, that's fine. But it goes deeper than that. I don't even think he said he didn't even have Pac in his top 10. His top 10. His top 20. All right. Mind you, 3LETTERMAN, I believe, is from the East Coast, right? New York, I believe. And it's this underlying problem there because it's the same issue I had with Jay-Z. I'll tell you that right now. The same issue I had with Jay-Z. I didn't appreciate Jay-Z at all. It took me a long time to appreciate him because he was on the wrong side. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was corny to me. Whenever I heard a Pac verse, a new verse, the first time I heard a Pac song, after, we'll say, when Thug Life came out. All right? Every single, and I'm getting them right now. I'm getting them right now. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. After he died, every time I got a hold of any unreleased songs of his, goosebumps. First time I ever heard it. Never felt like that from any other rapper. That's me. But to sit there and say, so brings it back to the Jay-Z situation. So yeah, I was never a fan of Jay-Z. And I was still never I'm the biggest fan. But I respect him now. Because I got over it. I got over the hate. That's the difference. I don't think y'all got over this Tupac hate. All right? And the fact that y'all still talking about him now shows how influential he was. Probably one of the, and Sean, you had it right. Most influential rapper in history. Point blank period. It doesn't make any, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. There's no arguments. All right. But what really kind of got me was like, you were naming all these albums that are better, that are all better than All Eyes on Me, Me Against the World, Machiavelli. Basically every album that Sean named, you said was, yeah, that was better. Almost every album. You probably, I'm pretty sure you like Tekashi over Pac. I'm pretty sure at this point you like Tekashi over Pac. I mean, that's probably a thing. But Me Against the World. If I Die Tonight, you didn't rock with that? You didn't appreciate that? Did you hear what Pac was doing in that song? Did you understand it? I'm trying to figure it out. Did you understand the way he was rhyming in that song? That wasn't just like trash. It wasn't like you guys always say Pac's not lyrical. Pac's not lyrical. Well, he was kind of lyrical in that song. I don't know what this lyrical is. I don't know what y'all consider lyrical. What I heard in that song, that's lyrical to me. Don't mind me. This is how I talk, all right? Relax. If y'all watch my videos, how I get. Why is he yelling? Because I get passionate about things. Me Against the World. Did you hear that song? Did you hear what Pac was saying in that song? Oh, go back and listen to it. Maybe you forgot. You said you really didn't bump it that much. So Many Tears? Are you So Many Tears? When that beat hits, it's over. Heavy in the Game? Lord knows. Lord knows. Dear Mama. Dear Mama. The list goes on and on and on. Old School. Can You Get Away? That's Around the Corner. Outlaws. Dre, I don't get it. It's one of the most classic albums of all time, bro. One of the most classic albums of all time. All right. Let's not forget Thug Life. What, you didn't like the production? You didn't like the samples? Bury Me a G? Pour Out a Little Liquor? How Long Will They Mourn Me? Street Fame? Still Ballin'? From the Cradle to the Grave? From the cradle to the grave, life pain. Are you kidding me, bro? Like, what? If Tupac was repping New York, you guys would be all over him, bro. You would have been all over him. It's because of the East Coast, West Coast beef. You guys never got over it. Because he made your boy Jay-Z bow down. Yeah, he did. He wasn't even nothing yet, and he's still bowing down. And Biggie. Yeah, I was Team West Coast all day long. But I appreciate it, Biggie. I would never say all these other rappers are better than Biggie. I show respect to Biggie. Biggie is one of the greatest. That's all I'm asking. I don't seem like that you even have any ounce of respect for him. And I know you say you do, yeah, he's the great, but you do it in a mocking way. And that's cool, that's your preference. But let's look at them. I'm just getting the record straight here. All those songs I named didn't do nothing for you. How is that even possible? If you're a hip-hop head and you're around the, you grew up around the same time that I did. Everybody around me, this is all we did. Tupac, Tupac, Tupac. Everybody. I went to a very, very multicultural school. 33% black, 33% white, 33% Arab, 1% other. First school I went to, 99% black. What were they talking about? When I went to that South High in 92, or was it 92? Tupacalypse. Yeah, they were talking about Tupacalypse. Strictly? Well. All Eyes on Me. You basically trashed the album, said you got it, and you dubbed over it. When All Eyes on Me came out, everything stopped. Everybody stopped. The world stopped. I don't think you remember. You were there, but maybe you just blocked it out because it's the New York thing. It's the New York thing. I get it. Ambitions as a Rider is one of the greatest songs ever. Ever. He said there was too many songs on that album. There wasn't enough. If there was 100 on there, I would have been happy. There wasn't enough songs on that album. Who else was putting double albums out? Going 5 times platinum. That year. What is it now? 12, 13, 14 million? Okay. That's cool. All About You. Scandalous. The Method Man, Redman joint. No More Pain. No More Pain? You remember that? No. 2 of America's Most Wanted. The Hearts of Men. Were you listening, or were you just automatically hating when you were listening? Is that what it was? That I can get that. I get that. If that's what it is. When you're listening to somebody you don't really like because you're not rocking with him, because you're rocking with because he's got beef with people that you might like, right? You're not listening to it correctly, bro. But what Pac was saying was see, y'all paint this caricature of Pac like he was just this crazy thug. He's either this crazy thug or he's this revolutionary guy. He was a mix of everything. And his music is more than what y'all make it seem out to be, bro. His lyrics were way more than what Jay-Z ever said. Jay-Z said nothing. Nothing compared to anything Pac said. And that's a fact. Jay-Z. Respect to him, but come on, man. Come on, man. I've had these arguments for years with y'all. For years when it was happening. Before he died, after he died. What do you think Master P was? The Pac clone. You don't remember that? DMX was. Yes. Sean was right. Yes. Nas, yes. Even your boy Jay-Z a little bit. What was that? Me and my girlfriend? What was that? Him and Beyonce. Me and my girlfriend? Well, where did that come from, huh? Where did that come from? Hello? Where did me and my girlfriend come from? Who wrote that first? Jay-Z, what are you doing? Okay. How about Nas when he did the All Eyes on Me beat? I understand that's a sample from an old school beat, but hello? Okay. Machiavelli. The 7-Day Theory. Also, one of the greatest albums of all time. It's All Eyes on Me as well. But the way I rank them, Me Against the World, Machiavelli, All Eyes on Me. 1, 2, and 3. Those are my ranking systems for those 3 albums. Bomb First, fire. Hail Mary, fire. Toss It Up, fire. Blasphemy, To Live and Die in LA. To Live and Die in LA. Did you listen to Blasphemy? Did you? No? Did you understand what he was saying? No? Okay. Life is an Outlaw. Just Like Daddy. That was alright. That was one of my favorite songs, but it was good. Crazy. Crazy. To me, Crazy is one of the greatest songs of all time. You ever heard Crazy before? You see what he's talking about in that song? Nothing moved you? Nothing? That's how I know that when you listen to Pac, you listen to it as a hater. Because if that song didn't move you, then I don't know what's gonna move you. Hold Your Head, did it move you? Hold Your Head? White Man's World didn't move you? No? Did you hear what he's saying in that song? Did you hear what he's saying in Hold Your Head? Did you see the way he was putting his words together, the way he was spitting that real Relax. And then, like I said, me and my girlfriend, I didn't understand that when I first heard it. That was by my girlfriend. Oh, yeah, it was good. Okay, I got it. Cool. Then no respect for that. No respect for how Pac put his songs together. Against All Odds. Was that the problem? Did he go too hard on Nas and Jay-Z and all them? And Puffy? Puffy? You probably like Puffy more than Pac. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. Now, let's not even talk about all the music that came afterwards. Now, this is where I think a lot of the problem lies with a lot of people who weren't around then when it comes to Pac's legacy. 2PAC'S mom got a hold of the estate or whatever, you know, all the albums. He recorded, I don't know, close to 200 songs. Now, let me mind you something. He got out of jail in what was it, like later 95-ish? And he died on September 13th, 1966. So we're talking about 1 year he had. In 1 year, the guy recorded appeared in 3 movies. Bullet, Gridlock, and Bullet, Gridlock, and there was one more. Oh my, how am I forgetting? Bullet, Gridlock. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll remember in a minute. Let's not forget Above the Rim, Poetic Justice. It's another movie. Anyways, in 1 year, he appeared in 3 movies. and recorded over 200 songs. Now here's the problem lies. When after he died, when she got a hold of everything, and she started putting out the songs and pretty much destroying the songs. She destroyed them. She released this one song on the first album, post-death album. That wasn't even on beat, because they changed all the beats, all of them. It wasn't even on beat. They made Pac sound like an idiot, like he didn't know how to rap. I was astonished. I couldn't believe it. And then when I heard the originals, with Pac, the original beats that Pac actually rapped on, Johnny J, shout out to Johnny J. Rest in peace, Johnny J. Whatever they did to you, that was shady, bro. Look into Johnny J's death. That wasn't right. He didn't commit suicide. But anyways, let's be beside the point. I'd get a hold. I had a connection that would get, I had a connect in Canada at the time, about 97, 98, that would send me tapes of the underground, the original underground Pac music that was never released. And I was getting these tapes for over a year, maybe 2 years. Slowly getting leaked and leaked, all these songs. I don't know where this guy was getting them from, but I had to connect. He was mailing them to me. So I heard all the originals, and they're all out now, obviously. There were so many unbelievable songs in that mix. When Thugs Cry, They Don't Give a F About Us. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. Have you even heard it? Have you even heard that song? Probably not. Did you listen to When Thugs Cry? Did you hear Pac spit on that song? Did you hear how he was spitting on that? That doesn't do nothing for a hip hop connoisseur like you. No? All right. Song after song after song after song. One Nation, a very rough album. They recorded it in what, a couple of days? The Boot Camp Click was on there. I know you rock with them. I'm sure you rock with them. Greg Nice? No? Okay. So all these albums started coming out, and I wasn't a fan of almost none of them because she would take out Big Psych and put in Trick Daddy. What? Then she gave the album, and then she gave a bunch of songs to put in Eminem's hands, and he destroyed every single one of them. He was slowing Pac's voice down or speeding him up some songs, and it was ridiculous. Trash album, but if you go listen to those originals, fire. I don't know. But, hey, you're still talking about him. You're still talking about him. So, my whole point here is I'm just like, you say that you're not Pac hating, but to listen to that hour conversation, it seems like there's a grudge. You hold a grudge. The whole point here is you're holding that same grudge I held against Jay-Z. All right? You got to get over it. And you got to go back and you got to appreciate who Pac was, just like I ended up appreciating who Jay-Z was. You got to. All right? Because I think you're really, I think you tricked your mind into thinking that these songs are trash because you just don't like the guy. You never did. You were like you said, you were riding, then you were in New York, you were bumping all that stuff, which was fire. All that stuff was fire. Everything, every album you named was fire. But come on, man, come on now. Where I live, in Detroit, I'm from Detroit, where we were. All right. Let me tell you something. When Hit 'Em Up came out, 3 months, that song was on repeat. Everywhere in Detroit. Repeat for 3 months, minimum. Remember when Ice Ice Baby came out and they played that on the radio like 1 billion times? That's how Hit 'Em Up was in everyone's car. We had the tape. It was 4-song single. It had a California Love remix on it or something. So Many Tears remix. Hit 'Em Up was on it. Forget the other ones. Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up. Ambitions as a Rider was another one of them songs. And I dealt with a lot of you Jay-Z supporters because that's what it's all stems from Jay-Z. More than Biggie. Because Jay-Z lived. He lived, he stayed around, and Biggie died, so it was like, okay. Y'all never got over what Pac did to Jay-Z. And if Pac didn't die, like everyone says, it would have been a different story, wouldn't it? It would have been a different story. It was a tragedy, wasn't it? We all tend to forget what was happening at the end there. Pac was gonna get out of death row. He knew what was going on. He knew what was up. He knew what was up. Go look at the record history books. He was gonna start his own record label, Machiavelli Records, Euthanasia Records, whatever. He told Suge that, you know, his 3-album deal was done. He wanted one nation. He was going to bring people back together, and he would have made the music that you probably wouldn't appreciate it anyways. But it would have, I get sad thinking about what could have been. What could have been, because the last impression we got of Pac wasn't the true impression of who he was. Pac wasn't the death row Pac. That was less than a year of his life. That's all people remember. The guy starting all this drama, talking all this, being braggadocious. That wasn't Pac. You know that. Go look at the history. He was fighting for his life. He sat in jail and rotted in jail while Interscope didn't care about him. They didn't bail him out like they would have done other artists. They let him rot in jail. And who came and got him out? The only person, Suge. So he did what he had to do. Yeah, he went to war for Suge. Cost him his life. Now, what is it, 20 years later? People are debating if this guy's top 10. Top 10? Top 20? Me Against the World was the #1 album while he sat in jail, and Interscope didn't care about him. And all we have left, and a lot of you, all you know is the character of Pac. The death row Pac. Like he was just some crazy dude who was reckless and was out of control. It's not what it was. I'm sure if he didn't die, he would have reflected back on that year. And probably would have done interviews. Yeah, who did better interviews than Tupac? Nobody. Famous, infamous interviews. Interview in jail. He was talking. He wasn't just spitting. He wasn't mumbling or doing all this other nonsense, talking about all this other trash. No, he was talking real life. But hey, like you said, it's not your taste. But I just want, if you get anything out of this, I just want you to think about it. Is it your blind hate because of the East Coast, West Coast situation? And Sean was right on one more thing. It didn't really start till he got out of death row. Now, you can say it started with death row and Bad Boy prior to that, but Pac wasn't involved in that. He had nothing to do with that. He joined the fight when he got out of jail because he thought Biggie and Pac Biggie and Puffy set him up. Was he wrong? Was he right? I don't know. That's what he thought. That's what he knew. And y'all never got over it. You never got over it. Look at Funkmaster Flex. Look at the stuff he spews out about Pac. Look at Ebro and the Rosenberg, those two bozos. What they say about Pac. You're not going to rewrite my history.